Without much of a body of work against Garcia, how did you go about setting a lineup for today?
Well, just looking at a lot of information as much as anything. You look at the more superficial stuff. He reads pretty much a reverse split guy, better against righties and lefties. Without having the actual eyeball test, seeing him in person, I have to rely more on information in this situation. So I did, and according to our work, he's trending a little bit more to becoming more of a traditional left-handed pitcher. So I went with the particular lineup that you see. Probably Listella would be the one lefty I could have used otherwise, but it was a perfect opportunity to get Soler and Jackson in the lineup. So that's pretty much it. Montero was catching, you saw that. But again, when I haven't had a chance to actually see somebody play, it makes it a little bit more difficult to understand what I'd like to do.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
Joe, how does his being hurt this season kind of factor into your scouting?
Sorry, who?
Garcia's.
Factor
into your research of him and looking at him two different seasons?
Not really. I mean, the way things are done today, man, it's incredible. The way everything could be broken down, whether it's through video or just that information, the analytical component. So you can still get a pretty good read on it. There's still nothing better to me than the eyeball test. Actually having been able to either hit against them or just watch them as a manager or coach from the side, which I've not been able to do. So you have to rely a little bit. I'm relying more on information right now. So hopefully that information is pretty solid, which I do believe in. But that's it. I mean, it's incredible. You could scout every major league game every day and break it down into these little minute bites for everybody. So the information is there. We just have to go out and execute. That's it. Yes, sir.
Given Schwarber's hot hitting the first two games of this playoffs, was there a thought for you to put him in the lineup still against a lefty?
No.
Other questions?
Joe, sort of regardless of what happens today, how much comfort can you take knowing that when you go home you'll have Arrieta on the mound, no matter where the series stands, whether it's 0-2, 1-1?
Yeah, I mean, I much preferred being 1-1, and the thing about going home, I'm really pleased they're going to be able to go home and have our fans watch a playoff game at Wrigley Field. That was one of my first thoughts after we beat Pittsburgh a couple days ago to get it back. I mean, that was part of the drive as a wild card team to get past Pittsburgh, was to bring that game home also. Our fans are spectacular. You saw the reaction on Clark when the night we did beat Pittsburgh. It's pretty outstanding. It's astounding also to watch all this unfold. Really, again, I feel fortunate to be part of it, but it's really about trying to win today's game, getting back on even ground, and then moving into that game with Jake, which would be even more desirable at that point. So I've talked about it all year, really attempt to go one game at a time, one moment at a time. So let's take care of today's Saturday. Take care of Saturday and move it along. It's fearless. I mean, if you want to always live your life just based on the outcome, you're going to be fearful a lot. And when you're doing that, you're really not living in a particular moment, and then of course you're going to be like, I'm 60, I'll be 80, and by the time I'm 80, 20 years from now, if I've just been worried about outcomes, I'm going to miss a lot. So you really got to get involved in the process. And from our players' perspective, that's all I talk about. I've not even mentioned about winning one time to these guys during this whole time. It's just about taking care of the seconds, the minutes, the hours, and the days, take care of themselves. So for our fans back home, please go ahead and be worried. That's okay. But understand that from our perspective in the clubhouse, we're more worried about the process than the outcome.